This is a 3,000 points battle report between the Empire of Sonsdal and the Highborn Elves. The Empire of Sonsdal is under the command of Watertheplant, while the Highborn Elves are under the command of Aresko. We're playing Encircle and Breakthrough. So the secondary objective is to capture the middle. We're playing a 4x4 table, so the middle should be approximately here. Now for the armies. On the left flank we have 6 Reiters with heavy armor and brace of pistols, 5 Demigryphs with a standard bearer and musician, 8 Imperial cavalry with lance and shield and full command gleaming icon, with a knight commander with lucky shield, lucky charm, flaming lance, a steam tank, 10 state militia skirmishing with pistols, who are joined by a level, or rather a wizard master with 4 spells from pyromancy, this guy, 2 times 10 flagellants with champion, and another 10 state militia skirmishing with pistols.
Okay, and on the other side, with the Aresko as general, we have 5 reavers with bow, to sky sloop with the sky cutter, and we have 33 spears, which is led by the master of the Crown Rig Tower. This gleaming eyes, 4 spells, 3 druidism, 1 alchemy, great weapon, arcane of
Book of Arcane Power.
the Book of Arcane Power, and armor of destiny, 4+ fort save. Further on we have 14 swordmasters, and in the back we have 15 stand-ins for Queen's Guards here. These models are just cooler. And then on the high right flank we have the Lion Chariot ready to charge.
Over the wall, get some dangerous terrain.
That's correct. And then we have on the furthest right flank we have the Bolt Chopper.
Okay, this is an overview of the high elf deployment before Vanguard, and this is the Empire, and on the sides here we have another table playing at Torshov Warhammer Club.
Oh yeah.
These are the guys.
There's some ambient
So there
sound.
will be some ambient today. Okay, time for first turn. Okay, high elf turn 1 movement phase. The sky sloop went into the forest to get a good shot at the Reiters that advanced with their vanguard move. The reavers will also try to now shoot down the Reiters. Hopefully they will perhaps flee, at least maybe lose some models. The spears advanced to get the 24-inch range with the alchemy spell on the steam tank, and these just nudged a bit forward. And for magic we rolled this, no channel, and my first spell was the Oaken Throne with +2 to cast. Unfortunately rolled a 1, so lost focus. End of High Elf's turn 1. Magic. We tried the Quicksilver Lash on the steam tank.
After the throne failed.
Yeah, but didn't go off, dispelled. And then we got the Master of Earth on these Pistoliers with 4 dead.
They passed their leadership check with the general within 12.
Yes, so that's a 9. And then that was it for magic. And then shooting. We have a full effect on this left flank with the Sky Sloop, killing 3 Reiters, causing them to flee off the table.
Unfortunately, bad angling of the Empire General. But then we have the Queen's Guards, 15 shots on the flagellants, killing 6, and the bolt thrower ineffective this round. This ends High Elves turn 1.
Empire of Sonsdal, turn 1. On the left flank, demigriffs moved up, pressuring the highborn elves flank along with the Imperial cavalry. Steam tank rolled a 15 on random movement and charged ahead of the army, while these guys moved up and the mage left his cover in order to get within 24 inches of the Queen's Guard here, and hopefully get some kills with his pyromancy spells onto magic. So, end of Empire's turn 1. For magic, I got 6, and my opponent got 6, with equals being a successful dispel. I was at a bit of a disadvantage. I started with a pyroclastic flow on the Queen's Guard over here. There. I rolled a total of 15, and he rolled a total of 15. I cast Flaming Swords at the total of 10, and he cast 10. So no magic. For shooting, my State Militia killed 2 Swordmasters, while my Steam Tank tried to finish off the Sky Sloop. It being a hard target, it was a bit of a gamble, hitting on a 5 instead of a 4 on the Chariot. I rolled a 4 and missed, so that's what happened when you take chances. And we're now on to Highborn Elves, turn 2.
This is High Elves, turn 2. We've done movement and charges, and the Brave Chariot charged the Pistoliers. They did a stand shoot, but no wounds. And Swordmasters and Spears nudged 2.5 inch back. They fear the charge of this incoming army. The Sky Sloop moved out of line of sight of the Griffins and will now unleash its strength 5 bolts. And the Weavers are just chilling up in the corner here.
So, from the Empire General's perspective here, I see that I messed up my positioning of these flagellants, as their front arc ends about here. So, unless my Pistoliers actually stick, which there's no chance of, I'm not going to be able to countercharge, which was my plan, but I messed it up.
Okay, so turn 2 Highborn Elves. The Chariot rolled a 6 on the impact hits, thus decimating times 9 the Pistoliers, leaving 1 survival, which is now fleeing for the rest of his lives. It's a long way to the edge. Let's see if he can take it. And crashing into the flagellants.
And I'm now about to pay for my shoddy placement of the other unit.
So we see no counter charge next round, unfortunately for the Empire General. Okay, this is still High Elves turn 2. Highborn Elves. Starting with magic. We got off all control in play, and we got a stone skin after that with a miscast. But now, fortunately, we have overwhelming power, and we have toughness 6 on the elves. So only 1 guy died due to the miscasts. And that was the rest of the spells was dispelled, or to shooting. This is the my lord's ballista skill 7. He's just got a normal bow, but he's not very good at shooting, it seems. Second time with a 1. And then we have the sky sloop firing at the griffins, but he did 1 wound. The reavers didn't do any wounds. More exciting things over on this flank. Bolt thrower firing multiple shots, killing 2 flagellants, and 15 Queen's Guards firing at the skirmishing pistoliers, doing 6 wounds on 4+ to hit, causing the 400 points mage to run for his lives. And that was it for shooting. Now it's time for close combat.
Empire, turn 2. Starting off with a frenzy check. These guys passed, and then the steam tank needed to beat an roll of 11 on the, maybe it was 13 or 12 on the Swordmasters, but he got in and passed all his dangerous terrains, which is perfect, the matchup I was hoping for, as they only have strength 5 versus his toughness 6, and his save is going to be 3+, so he has a good chance of sticking for a long time. I did not charge anything else. His flagellants turned around in order to face this chariot. Shuffled an inch or 2 around with his cavalry unit in order to be on a 13+ or a 14-inch range from the spearmen. My demigryphs moved up with a normal move into the forest, which will cause the spearmen to lose steadfast if they opt to charge, and chariot to take dangerous terrain tests if he tries to flank. My wizard rallied, but this lone gunman continues his run towards home sweet home. That's it for movement. Empire of Sonsdal, turn 2 ends with the wizard who rallied, failing to get off a flaming swords on the fragile unit that got charged in the last Highborn Elves round by the Lion Chariot, and managed to kill 2 Queef guards with a pyroclastic flow long range 36. For close combat, the chariot managed to kill off all the flagellants on the combined efforts of its impact hits and its valiant crew and lions. However, as flagellants are removed at initiative step 0, they killed him in return. So, yeah. And here the steam tank opted for impact hits instead of grinding hits in order to remove an attack on the steam tank, killing 3 swordmasters and taking a wound in return. Swordmasters stick steam tank combat reforms out of the front arc of the spearmen with a very slim margin, and we're set for Highborn Elves turn 3, with this being the state of the board.
This is a High Elf turn 3. Charges have been declared. I've elected to, maybe it's not wise, but I've charged everything. I've charged the griffins in the forest, losing steadfast on my spears, and both the Skycutter and the Reavers are joining in.
Skycutter lost 1 wound to dangerous terrain.
He did. I'm hoping here to kill off at least enough griffins, so we won't get so many attacks back, and thus I have a lot of static resolution here with the war banner and ranks and combo charges, so perhaps I'll win the combat. And that's about it.
Very decisive move, one way or another.
Yes, if I lose this one, it's game over for me.
And if you win, it's pretty much game over for me.
Yeah, so it's a decisive move, and Again, here we have the Queen's Guards not moving because it doesn't really matter if the tank breaks the Swordmasters. They're in next round anyway. High Elf turn 3, magic and shooting. So the Queen's Guards fired an impressive volley on the flagellants, killing 7. 1 is left. The bolt thrower fired 6 shots on the mage, doing 2 wounds. And that's it for shooting. Magic. We tried to cast Entwining Roots on the young griffs, but it was dispelled. But we did get off Stone Skin on the now toughness 6 spearmen.
Yeah, I prioritized dispelling and twining roots as that causes a spearman to hit me on 3s instead of 2s, and I can still get free combat resolution of the reavers and chip off the last wound here, causing him to lose both flank and rear, which will hopefully make me stick long enough to get a counter charge.
Okay, this combat was in favor of the Highborn Elves. The impact hits from the Skycutter with the general in front there with this great sword, combined with 24 spear attacks, was a bit much for the Griffins. They killed 5 Reavers, but lost 3 Griffins, totaling causing an auto break on the Griffins. And now we will roll for pursuit distance. I would like to do pursuit with the Skycutter.
So the Sun Griffs flee a distance of 9.
And the Cutter 12. It's a bad day
down
for Empire.
So after the very decisive combat here with the Sun Griffs and the multi-charge, the steam tank killed off 5 Swordmasters, which broke them. And I charged the spearmen with my cavalry block. The steam tank needed an 11 and rolled, no, needed a 12 and rolled a 10. Stopped short. So that drastically lowered my chances of a win as the Empire General. Optionally, I had the option to charge the Queen's Guard and point contain this cavalry unit by swift reforming and moving in here in order to contest the second objective, which is here, with his spearmen moving up and also contesting. But we can't do stuff like that, so I elect to charge and we'll now see how it goes. End of Empire of Sunstal, turn 3. For magic, I attempted to get off flaming swords on my Imperial Cavalry here, who are facing off against the spearmen who have stone skin. That gives them a toughness of 6 as it was cast with Organ Throne active. My strength 6 with lance at charge would have given me a to wound roll of 4+, with flaming swords 3+, so it was quite crucial. It was dispelled, and I attempted to cast Cascading Fire, which was a success. However, it was too much of a success, as my poor mage miscast, or rather rolled a overwhelming power and was killed.
Lost his last wound.
Lost his last wound. For the combat, I pulled a challenge with my Knight Commander, which was accepted by the champion of the Spearmen. He got killed with a total of 2 wounds caused by the Knight Commander. 2 Knights were killed by the Spearmen, while the Knights in turn killed 3 Spearmen, giving the Spearmen an advantage of 1 in combat resolution, and the Knights stuck. So we're moving into Highborn Elves turn 4, with the table being as such, with one remaining state militia who passed his leadership test when the wizard died. The champion of a flagellant unit remaining. 6 Imperial Cavalry and a Knight Commander. Steam Tank for the Highborn Elves. A Sky Sloop with 3 wounds remaining. A bunch of spears, about 29 I believe, and a commander. 13 Queen's Guard, 5 fleeing Master Swordsmen, and a bolt thrower. Looking very good in the favor of Highborn Elves as we're getting close to the end of the match.
Okay, so this is High Elf turn 4.
Highborn Elves.
Highborn Elves. You're playing ninth, okay. So what happened was the spears finished the combat with the knights.
And with gusto.
But his general fled was not caught. Magic we got off stone skin again on the spears.
Was a 4 die roll? With
Yeah, five die roll with the miscast. But
wasn't it a 4 die roll with a overwhelming power? No, 5 die roll with an overwhelming power. Yes.
And the Queen's Guard, they shut off the last flagellant.
Yeah.
The bolt thrower shut off the last pistolier. This one is just chilling here, looking pretty awesome. And the next turn now for the Empire is just a battle.
Yeah. So after the 4th round of Highborn Elves, which caused this Knight Commander to flee and subsequently rally, as the spears did not equal or hit higher than his flee distance in pursuit distance. He got away, and they hit the steam tank, which had 5 wounds remaining. In the Empire round, the Knight Commander rallied, while the steam tank fought with the spear elves, who did a total of 4 wounds, with lethal strike, giving the steam tank one wound remaining. We're calling the match at this point, as the steam tank would have been killed in the subsequent Highborn Elves round, and that leaves only the Knight Commander left standing. So with the Elves being able to claim the secondary objective and killing off everything except for the Knight Commander, which is about 300 points, it's a 20-0 to the Highborn Elves. A well-fought match and well-deserved victory. We do have some closing remarks. And we're going for a handshake.
Good game.
Good game,
my friend.
Good game
Thank you.
indeed. Aresko, any closing remarks?
Yeah, I think the winner of the match on this game is this guy,
The master of the Cranrig Tower is combined magical abilities with impressive sword hair. Really made these spears invulnerable to almost any attacks.
Absolutely.
Casting stone skin on several occasions. And we also had a pretty good good shooting in this match. The Queen's Guards killed off a lot of things, remaining pretty much unharmed. The Swordmasters, I can't really play with Swordmasters, I don't know how to do them well, but...
What you shouldn't do is match them with the steam tank, but that wasn't really your choice. It went well anyway.
It just went. But one of the first matchups with me without playing with any knights, and it was turned out pretty well. People are saying that the infantry is bad, but I guess in the right matchup they can be good.
Absolutely, and with lethal strike matching well against the Empire list, which have a lot of armor saves, they did a great job combined with the stone skin. And for my part, The steam tank matchup with the Swordmasters was just what I wished for, but it wasn't enough. So what I take out of this is not another confirmation that a mage in the 3,000 point Empire army is not something you should bring to the battle, as there is really no safe haven for him unless you play with a unit of a large infantry unit. In addition, my move into the forest with the Sun Griffs didn't turn out well, as they got multi-charged and beaten badly. So I should probably have stuck to the flank more. My opponent did a great job with both zoning and shooting, and it's a well-deserved victory, and we'll have to get back with a rematch, I think. So that's it from this battle, while the other table is still having at it with knights crashing into the flank of some Skaven and or other Vermin Swarm, and still lots of units remaining in play here. We'll probably see a battle report from No Laugh, and yeah, that's it.